Hey everyone, Black6 here from BZPower. We're going to review another set from the LEGO Movie today. This time it is 70809, Lord Biznis's Evil Lair. This set is going to retail for $69.99 in the US and is one of the largest sets in the wave. So taking a look at the box here, again we have the LEGO Movie logo. We have the large playset, seems to take up the majority. We've got Lord Biznis, who will be played or voiced by Will Ferrell. We have Vitruvius, being voiced by Morgan Freeman. This is Biznis Kitty, who will be voiced by Alison Brie. And then, of course, we have Emmett being voiced by Chris Pratt. The other two minifigs we have here are Ma Cop and Pa Cop, and also El Macho Wrestler. So quite a lot of minifigs in this set. Good variety. Some things that seem like they're out of the collectible minifig line a little bit. And there's definitely a lot to see on this set. Definitely a lot of action features that the designers have fit in here. Let's see, let's probably highlight some of them on the back so we know what to look for. First off, I guess Lord Biznis stands pretty tall in his big boy pants here. We've got, looks like this is a glue dispenser. That's pretty cool. Looks like a roll of glue that's been rolled down. Probably don't want to get crazy glue on you if you're made out of Legos. Let's see, some kind of power source maybe with a claw on it there to, I guess Emmett might have to steal. Emmett has some kind of super backpack. You can see him wearing that there. Uses the same piece as previously, but now with a much larger construct on his back. And I guess when you connect it to him, he then ends up falling off the ledge. That seems kind of silly to me, but we'll see how that works in the set itself. Finally, we have Lord Biznis or President Biznis here. You can pop off one piece of headgear and put on his crazy hair, and we have an ad for the LEGO game. And of course, this just kind of shows an alternate view of the set. Maybe highlighting a couple little action features here and there, but overall it looks like an interesting layout, and I'm looking forward to see what it's like when it's done. So let's pop this open. Alright, so we've got one bag numbered, bag 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 bags of parts, a couple loose tubes, 2 instruction booklets. There's some stickers in here that fill out. Sticker sheet. Get a good look at these. So you can see, I guess this is supposed to be crazy glue, but the label has kind of been messed up. So it just says Kroggly or something. There's a battery. Where are my pants? And a sales forecast. You can see sales are off the charts just like they are for LEGO. We also have this little bag here that contains a couple capes. I guess a really big one for Lord Biznis and a shiny sparkly one. A whitish one that I'm guessing are for the wrestler. So since there's a lot of pieces in here, we're going to go take a look at these a bag at a time to help break things up and make it easier for me to film. Okay, so here are the pieces in the first bag. Like I said, we're going to look through these one at a time to make it easier, and so I can make sure I highlight everything. Most of what we got here is basic bricks and plates in black and gray. You know, some highlights. A lot of these trans blue windows. We got some nice trans orange 1x2 plates, and also in trans black. So good little variety, but nothing really new that jumps out at me aside from Lord Biznis. So first thing I'm going to say is I'm really kind of disappointed that his legs are one piece, so these don't come off. They look like normal minifig legs with some kind of brick on them, but that's kind of fused on there. Have not been able to get it off. Looks like it might be able to give a bit, and I'm sure some intrepid fans will be able to remove it, but it's not supposed to come off at the very least. His helmet, also one large piece here for the most part. You know, it goes on the head there and has a stud here and 2 studs here, but those are the only real connection points. Unfortunately, kind of single use. and also his armor. I'm not sure if this is a mold we've seen before, maybe one of the alien space lines. Kind of leaning towards probably not, but you know, it's a cool armor and it could definitely be used in space and other mocks as well. Also have Lord Biznis's hairpiece here, so it kind of has part of his head. I guess he's got some wrinkles going on the back of his neck, and a really interesting hair shape. And as we've seen before, we have the 1x1x2 red brick with a hole that is Emmett's backpack. So with that in mind, let's get building the first part. So this is bag 1. Don't want to belabor this too long, so we can get on to bag 2. But we've got Emmett, we've got Lord Biznis with his big boy pants here. You actually do get to build part of it. They do look as ridiculous as they did on the box image. And when he's standing still, he looks kind of weird. I don't have that dynamic posing. Can't really do much with them. I guess you kind of can do a little bit. In addition, we have, I guess, the start of a boardroom. So here you can see we have the sales chart sticker we saw before. Pretty basic construction. I do like this this table that they make. It actually uses a Technic frame on the bottom to allow the chairs to go on there and kind of spin around a bit. So that's cool. But let's get on to bag 2 and see what is inside there. So here we've got the pieces of the second bag. Again, a lot of standard bricks in place, but there are a lot more standouts than there were in the first bag. First, we have a bunch of these black arch pieces, which pretty cool, very useful for building. We've got 4 of these silver space blasters. Always good to have more of those. Let's see. We've got this piece. It's like a 2x2 brick, but it has an axle hole in the middle, and it has grooves along the edges. We've got the pieces for Biznis Kitty, which are pretty awesome. So you can see some good print jobs. The base has a $, an asterisk, and an @ symbol on the one side. It's got a tie on the front, % sign, and I guess a euro sign. Nothing on the back. That's where the tail goes on. But interesting that we have printing on 3 sides of a single part here. That might be a first time in a non-minifig that we've seen that. I've got one of these lightning pieces. Seen them in Ninjago, and I think they've appeared in Star Wars as well. But you get 2 of those. You have the tail piece for Biznis Kitty. So it's got 1 hole there. Looks like this is stud compatible probably. So yeah, you can see that can attach there. Nice print job on the 2 sides. It's made out of normal plastic, but unique new shape, I think. We've got one of these 2x2 round tiles with a hole in the middle. Only one of these, unfortunately, but I have a feeling they're going to be very popular mocking. We've got 2 1x1 round plates in white with a hole through the middle too. Another good useful piece. We have 2 light blue unicorn horns, pretty cool. And then finally, rounding it out in some pastel colors, we've got like a fuchsia pink cheese slope. We've got a light teal 1x1 plate, a light green 1x1 round plate, and a light yellow 1x1 plate. So that's all we got for bag 2. Let's get building. Okay, so here's the completed build from bag 2, and we still have the table from bag 1. Most of the leftover parts are just 1x1 plates in square and round. Nothing too exciting. Most of the build is pretty straightforward. We do have the completed Biznis Kitty, who's pretty cool. Like, actually, just realized I put that on backwards. There we go. So, pretty cool build here. Actually, a little posability more than you might expect. We have the wrestling figure. One thing I do want to point out on this is LEGO did actually use some unique building techniques. You can see the 1x1 plates with the brackets here are using to actually hold these U-shaped pieces upside down. So that's something you normally see in something that an AFOL would build, not an actual LEGO set, or if it wasn't a LEGO set, in one of the more expensive ones like the modular building series. So good to see those little kind of details sneaking into normal sets. Along the back we also have a couple Technic beams to reinforce for the playability. Alright, so that's it for bag. Okay, now we've got the contents of bag 3. A few things to point out. We've got these nice 2x2 round bricks with ridges in them. A bunch of those, good to have. We have these little Technic beams, and of course when you have these, you're going to have the Technic peg with a ball joint on it that these pop into, so it'll be interesting to see what we're using those for. We have some more of these nice 1x4 plate by 1x4 plate that are permanently joined at an angle. We get 4 of these in this set. We've seen them in the Ninjago sets, and I'm sure we're going to see them in a lot of sets this coming year. And finally, hopefully this shows up, we have a little base plate that I believe was originally from the Toy Story Army Men set, where it came in green, but this is transparent clear. We get 2 of these. I'm not sure if they're just supposed to be a stand for the figures, or if it's actually supposed to be like ice or something that's glue getting the figures stuck that as they're walking in it. So we'll probably have to wait till the movie to figure that out. But definitely an awesome part to have, and I want more of these if I could, but I'm not going to spend $70 to get more, so hopefully they'll appear on Bricklink. With all that said though, let's start building bag 3. Alright, so this is the end product of bag 3. We've got Ma Cop and Pa Cop on their little ice cube things. This is the back of whatever the structure is, so flip it around. It's got, I guess, a pretty interesting play feature. So the doors start closed, and you have this Technic mechanism here, and you push down on this, and whatever this thing is here pops in and out. Kind of reminds me of the little eye from Jabba's palace a bit. But well, I guess we'll have to wait till the movie comes out to figure out what that is really for. Now, before we continue, this is probably going to be a pretty long video, so it's going to have to be split up into 2 parts. I'm not sure where exactly that split is going to happen, but you'll see a link at the end of the video to get to the second part before that happens. So, thanks for your patience, guys. Okay, so before we wrap up part 1, I figured I would take a little break from building and take a look at all the minifigures to help make it worth your while. Before you see the final set, we can at least highlight the minifigs, and then you can go on to part 2 and check that out. So I guess we can start from left to right. We've got Lord Biznis. I kind of showed him off a little earlier with his big boy pants. I think these are kind of silly. They do kind of take away the posability of the minifig a bit. I mean, I guess you can do some stuff, but he's very hard to balance like this. So we're going to pop those off real quick, and just so we can look at, again, his leg parts. Again, these do not come apart easily. There are holes on the back, so you can at least put plate on there. The set does come with normal legs you can pop on there. I guess also his cape on the back is shaped like a tie. The helmet, this is mostly one piece. The coffee cups and the 1x1 round trans yellow plate are added on, but generally just one single piece. So you can pop the cape and the armor off, and they include some hair for him, so he becomes President Biznis. No printing on the legs, pretty normal torso print for a gray suit, so definitely reusable. No printing on the back either. We have the main face here, and on the back, I don't know if this is supposed to be hair or if this is supposed to be Lord Biznis's face, if you're supposed to flip this around when he becomes Lord Biznis or not. Maybe it's some kind of crack in time, if you're a Doctor Who fan, or I don't know, maybe just his hair, that he has a strange haircut with a pattern cut into it. Although that does go underneath this, so I'm not exactly sure. The hairpiece is nice. Not sure how much you're going to be able to reuse it because it's really unique, but the blocky look is kind of interesting and kind of plays on the fact that this is the Lego movie, makes his hair look like it's made out of Lego blocks. Alright, so that is him. We've got the macho wrestler. He's got a nice white cape. Not sure what part he plays in the movie, if any. Red minifig head with some nice printing. Looks like he has a mustache on, a little bit of some stubble, big smile on. No printing on the back. On the back of his torso, he does have printings that completes the uniform from the front, where he's wearing like a championship belt or something, and he's got some nice muscles. On the legs, also print job here. So pretty good package. I don't see personally how I would be reusing this, but I'm sure that a lot of you are already thinking of mocks you can build using that minifig. We've got Emmett. We've seen him a bunch already, of course. This is the same one that has come in at least 70800 glider getaway glider, and 70801 melting room. It's got the new hairpiece with a little cowlick. He's got the backpack on here, construction worker outfit with the name badge on the legs, and printing on the back. And if we pop the head off on the back, he has his screaming face. So nothing new to see with this Emmett. Alright, we have got Mock-Up. She comes with a megaphone, probably to yell at any intruders. She's got the nice trans clear minifig stand, plain black legs, pretty basic torso print. She does have a badge on here with the logo that we've seen on, I know, the Robo Swap figure and some other places in the line of the Lego movie sets. But still, I think you could pretty easily reuse this for other police officers or security guards or something like that. You can see on the face here she's got a really surprised expression. She has a bun haircut in dark gray. And on the back, she has no back printing, but she has a much happier expression than on the front. So we'll give her that expression, make her look a little happier. And pop her back on there. Finally, of her husband, Mock-Up, comes with some handcuffs. Again, plain black legs, different torso print from Mock-Up, which is good. He's got a couple pockets, and again, that same badge logo. No printing on the back. His hairpiece is in light gray. He's got a nice mustache, some glasses, and wrinkles. Definitely a good reusable minifig head for other things. And on the back, he's kind of got a scared look as well. Alright, we also have Vitruvius, voiced by Morgan Freeman, who I'm super excited is actually going to be in this Lego movie. At first, he kind of looked like he was supposed to be like God or something, but once you actually see the minifig, take off his staff, he's got a very hippie kind of look to him, right? So his beard is kind of tied up in a ponytail, as is his hair. So I believe both of these are new molds, but I'm going to pop them off. I'm sure even despite the ponytails, people can find some good uses for them. His cape is blue on one side, and it's got a sparkly, glittery print on the other, which is pretty cool. So let me just get him back together here. So underneath that beard though, you can see he's wearing like a tie-dye shirt, some jeans that have seen better days, and that bottom of his robe is kind of tasseled, and his shoes, he's got like green shoes with polka dots on them. I'm not quite sure what's going on with his face there. He's got two big white eyes with no pupils. Pretty normal expression on this side, I guess, despite those weird eyes. And on the back, he looks very sad. No printing on the back of the fig, kind of disappointing. You know, I don't think there's much reuse for the lower half here, the slope piece. But if you pop it off and just use the torso, you could, you know, probably make a decent hippie torso if you're building like a Woodstock mock or something like that. So we'll just put the hair back on for now. And finally, we've got Biznis Kitty being voiced by Alison Brie. You know, not really a minifig, but one of the characters nonetheless. Got a great printing on the face, those big, cute kitten eyes. Just got a tie on the front here. Euro sign, percent sign on one side, and a dollar sign, an asterisk, and an @ sign, and the nice new tailpiece here. So I definitely like the look of this. I'm curious to see how exactly the character fits into the movie, but should be pretty interesting. I'm sure Alison Brie will do a great job like she's done in Community and Mad Men and many other shows. Looking forward to seeing her role there. So those are the minifigs in this set. Pretty wide collection. I mean, we've got 5 normal minifigs plus the kitty, and we've got, you know, the alternate fig for Lord Business, President Business. So I think that's a pretty good spread considering it's a $70 set. Good variety, some definitely good potential for reusing the parts in your mocks if you're not a fan of the set itself and just are buying this for the parts, or you know, if eventually you feel tired with the set and want to go do bigger and better things. So yeah, not a bad selection, and definitely complements the rest of the set.